Don't ask. Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
Is
I'm not
everything
looking
okay?
at you.
Is
I'm
everything
not
okay?
looking at you.
Look.
Welcome to Awesome Announcements. I'm Miss Gianna.
And I'm Mr. Matt.
And it's already the first week of November. And you know what that means?
Oh, I do. It means that this is the last week in hand in your challenge cards for the October pizza draw.
That's right. So you can hand those to your leaders, or you can upload them to our Dropbox by using the QR code on the back of the card.
Make sure you hand them in right away. Our pizza draw happens next weekend.
And we are also collecting offering to provide lunches to kids and families in need through our partner organization, Hope Mission.
Remember, every lunch costs $3. And I know if we all work together to bring our offering, we can make a huge difference in the lives of families that need help. So go ahead and hand in your offering right now.
And lastly, do you guys know what next month is?
Yes, it never changes. It's December.
And what's in December?
Oh, Christmas is in December.
That's right. And Christmas is next month, so that means Christmas Fest is next month.
Oh, I love Christmas Fest.
Oh, me too. We're gonna have lots of fun Christmas activities for all of you guys and your families. There's gonna be caroling and Christmas cards and Christmas crafts and photo booths.
Joy to the world. And there'll be cookie decorating and gingerbread houses and hot chocolate and s'mores.
Yes, there will be lots of Christmas treats available.
Now, when is Christmas Fest exactly? Because I don't want anyone to miss it.
Christmas Fest is going to be on December 7th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at our Central campus. So make sure you guys take a postcard home for your parents to see it.
We can't wait to see you and your family at Christmas Fest. Me, Miss Gianna and I, all of our children's team, we're all going to be there, and we can't wait to see you.
And that's all we have for announcements for you guys for today. So we will see you next time.
Bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Miss Allie. Welcome!
And my name is Miss Gianna, and we're so glad you've joined us all today.
I'm so excited because today we're heading on to a new adventure to Babylon.
Babylon? Oh, my mom says that I babble on all the time because I can talk about literally anything for hours. I think one time I was talking for 20 minutes. I'm not sure I was actually breathing properly because I just kept going. The words kept coming. I had to let them out. They were coming out of my mouth. I can't even help it sometimes. I just keep talking.
Wait. I think you got it all wrong.
What do you mean wrong? Wrong? Wait, no. That's what I'm talking about. I know lots of things. Wrong things, right things. I just share knowledge with things that everyone that I meet. Did you know that in 2014, McDonald's successfully created bubblegum flavored broccoli, which was amazing, but also probably not the right flavor for broccoli because it wasn't really a big success.
Bubblegum flavor? Okay, now you're getting way off track here. Now just stop talking, Gianna.
Okay, but did you know about this one thing that happened to me one time when I was at a stop sign? Because I was there the other day and I was walking past the stop sign at my house and I saw this really cute dog, but it was dressed up in a costume and the dog was dressed up as a lion, which is really funny because it was a dog that was dressed up as a cat, and I laughed so hard. It was so funny and I couldn't stop looking at it, and I wanted to take...
Okay, seriously. I'm trying to tell the kids about the lesson today and you keep going off course.
Of course, I was babbling on, like you said.
No, our lesson isn't about babbling on. It's about Babylon. And that's a place.
It's a place? Like a city, like a place?
Yes. God's people, the Israelites, were taken captive by the Babylonians, and Nebuchadnezzar was their king. But Daniel and his friends still wanted to follow God, even though it wasn't easy. And today, we're going to hear about one of their adventures. Let's check that out.
Oh, okay, that sounds great.
Jehoiakim had been king of Judah for only 3 years when the king of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, attacked Jerusalem. King Nebuchadnezzar conquered the holy city and took many sacred objects from the temple and took them home with him to add to the treasures kept in the house of the king's false god. In addition to the sacred treasures, the conquering army took many prisoners along with them when they left Jerusalem. King Nebuchadnezzar commanded his chief of staff to bring into his palace young captives who could serve in his court. These young men needed to be strong, healthy, good-looking, and well-educated. To show his favor to these young men and to keep them well-fed, the king ordered that they receive food and wine each day that was prepared in his royal kitchens. Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah were 4 of the young men chosen, all of whom were from the tribe of Judah. The chief of staff renamed them with Babylonian names. Daniel was called Belteshazzar, Hananiah was called Shadrach, Mishael was called Meshach, and Azariah was called Abednego. Even though Daniel was selected to serve King Nebuchadnezzar, he wouldn't eat the food from the king's kitchens because it was forbidden by God. To refuse the king's goodwill was a bold and potentially dangerous move for Daniel, but the chief of staff liked him. While he was willing to let Daniel eat different food, he worried that this diet would cause Daniel to become unhealthy. He said to Daniel, "The king will kill me if you get weak and sick." Daniel spoke with the attendant who had been appointed by the chief of staff to look after Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. "Please test us for 10 days on a diet of vegetables and water," Daniel said. "At the end of the 10 days, see how we look compared to the other young men who are eating the king's food. Then make your decision in light of what you see." The attendant agreed to Daniel's suggestion and tested them for 10 days. At the end of the 10 days, Daniel and his 3 friends looked healthier and stronger than the other young men who had been eating the king's food. After this, the attendant fed the 4 young men only vegetables and water. Because the young men's decision honored God's law, the Lord blessed them with wisdom and understanding. Daniel was given the special ability to interpret dreams. When the training period ordered by the king was completed, the chief of staff brought all the young men to King Nebuchadnezzar. No one impressed the king as much as Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, so they were brought into the royal service. Whenever the king consulted them in any matter requiring wisdom and balanced judgment, he found them 10 times more capable than any of the magicians and enchanters in his entire kingdom.
Wow! Imagine being Daniel and his friends, because they wanted to obey God by following the laws of what foods to eat. But the king was serving them foods that they would have had no idea how it was prepared. And very likely, it was food that wasn't going to follow the standards God had set for his people.
That's right. And Daniel didn't want to make it a really big deal. He simply wanted to follow God, so he asked if he could eat something else. But the chief official was afraid that he would get blamed. But Daniel trusted God, and that's why he set up the test.
Isn't it great how God provided them with all the nutrients they needed just through vegetables and water? They were being careful to follow God's commands for their nation. Wait, does this mean I am allowed to only eat vegetables?
No. God gave us animals to eat, and when Jesus came, he fulfilled the law, which meant God's people no longer had to follow all the rules about their food.
Right.
Vegetables are good for you, but this story isn't to teach us about eating just our vegetables. It's to show us that God makes things possible when we are faithful to him, even when things that seem impossible happen. This story also shows us that even though it was difficult for Daniel and his friends, they still found a way to follow God and do what he said.
That's right, because even though Daniel and his friends were in a difficult spot and they risked not being as big and strong as the others, they trusted God more. And they knew that God is in charge of everything, which means that he would take care of them. And he did. The king saw that Daniel and his friends looked even better than everyone else, and that reminds me of our new memory verse. So let's all stand up, and we're going to learn it together. Are you standing? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. You are the God who does miracles. You show your power among the nations. Psalm 77:14. Fantastic! Let's do it again.
Okay.
You are the God who does miracles. You show your power among the nations. Psalm 77:14.
That was great. You can sit down now, friends.
When I am faithful to what God has called me to do, God makes things possible. So we can say, when I am faithful, God makes things possible. I'm going to say the first part, and I want you guys to shout out the second. Okay, let's try it together. When I am faithful, God makes things possible. Great job.
This has been a really fun adventure learning together. See you next time, friends.
Bye!
There's no greater power than the power of our God. There's no greater power than the power of our God. I sing the mighty power of God that made the mountains rise, that spread the flowing seas abroad and built the lofty skies. I sing the wisdom that designed the sun to rule the day. The moon shines full at His command, and all the stars obey. There's no greater power than the power of our God. There's no greater power than the power of our God. I sing the mighty power of God that made the mountains rise, that spread the flowing seas abroad and built the lofty skies. I sing the wisdom that designed the sun to rule the day. The moon shines full at His command, and all the stars obey. There's no greater power than the power of our God. There's no greater power than the power of our God. There's no greater power than the power of our God. There's no greater power than the power of our God. There's no greater power than the power of our God.
Wherever you lead me, I'm gonna follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Life will get crazy, wild and amazing. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Wherever you lead me, I'm gonna follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Life will get crazy, wild and amazing. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. I wanna live each day like anything can happen. Can't hardly wait to see what's next.